All right. Thank you once again. We're moving on to our lesson two. This particular lesson was over main idea and key details, and we can start with the rubric and what you rated me on this.
Okay. On the instructional implementation, you did a very good job. It was enough significant time, sufficient time, maybe a little bit, for our our target student,
Mhm.
but we figured out what was going on with him. So, and then provide higher learning. The learning was higher because
Yeah.
it was picking out questions to help them determine what is the main idea, what is the supporting details, because you need to know the difference.
Yes. And I noticed they said they had been exposed to that before. They did know, but I know this has been a skill they worked on the entirety of second grade. So I'm not. I thought they would be further along with them. So that was a little
Hmm.
shock for me seeing that or noticing that.
Yes, and the behavior, like once again, you was able to manage the behavior. Wasn't no behavior. Everything was managed good because the main thing that they was engaged. As long as kids engage, you normally don't see too much behavior. And the student engagement, they was really engaged, especially verbal. They was
Oh,
verbally
absolutely.
engaged.
That
And
also made me reflect on one thing with that. I asked them questions and they kind of went on and on and on about,
hmm
and when they want to tell a story, it just kind of
hmm
runs along with a second grader. So,
yes, they at that age they want to keep
mhm,
talking and talking. And
yes.
and again on this lesson, communication was done correctly. You and the kids. Again, a formal assessment was done, and the support. You was there supporting with them, always asking questions, have them
Mhm,
to rephrase, talk about what they learned. It was a
mhm.
great lesson.
Well, thank you.
And now some things that I would do different, kind of look at your target student and maybe see getting him to more text to speech, kind of give him something
Mhm,
to help, or maybe he verbally tell you and you write it down. Kind of
mhm.
look at what his
I think
what
that
his
would have
target
definitely
plan
helped.
is to kind of help him with that. So like he kind of struggle a little bit with writing it or writing it down.
He did. And that's a good thing to remember too with
Hmm
working with him because he did struggle and he kind of wanted to shut down on me a little bit, but he was able to orally articulate,
hmm
but he did need assistance more with writing. So,
and I think that's more of making that connection to what he's saying to writing it on paper.
okay.
So is it something if you do different, what would you do different on this one?
I would make sure to have a maybe speech to text available for him.
Hmm
And I believe maybe I would cut down this type of lesson to maybe a smaller chunk of time.
hmm
I think he just was a little overwhelmed with some of it and the magnitude of it, even though
Yes.
it's normal second grade assignments, but he needed more assistance. And so I should have been able to chunk that down a little bit for him.
Yes. But it's expected, so it'll be you understand it. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
All
Well, thank
right.
you.
You are very welcome. Cause you will get some